Alright, so this is Knights Templar, which one of the new warrior civilizations that we got. We got this back in April 2025, which is amazing. So what is the start of the Knights Templar? Honestly with you, I feel like just researching safe passage is enough. I tried to research safe passage and the next one, but it's not good. All I gonna do is age up with the Hospitaller Knight. First, I went to 2 on gold. After that, I have 7 on food total. Then I'm getting 2 on wood, 3 on wood, and 4 on wood. You will see there's gonna be enough resources for me, and I'm pulling off the gold villagers because we don't need gold villagers anymore. All the gold we need came from the hospitaler safe passage, right? Because the hospitaler, the Knights of Hospitaler, also boost up the movement speed of your pilgrims. And when I got the hospitaler, look at what I'm doing. So when I aged up and I got the hospital, I immediately put villagers to the deer. Since now my villagers almost have a wheelbarrow movement speed, almost have 1.29, it's only 1.24, but you can see a basic villager speed is only 1.12. So I'm putting out my villagers, grabbing them to the food while bonking some of the sheep away from my opponent. Very nice. And I'm checking that he is getting gold. So what is the best idea here? After I research safe passage, I build a barrack first, then an archer range, and I will send 3 villagers to the other side of the map to build a tower to block out gold, because this is a fast castle Japanese build. Now to counter this fast castle Japanese build, I gonna need a few villagers plus few military unit and build a tower in front of him. It's gonna be a little bit of mistake because my tower is wrongly positioned, but I repositioned the tower immediately, and that will help me to build the tower up while doing some aggression here. Amazing. So now his gold is blocked, so he has to look another gold source on the map. I'm building a few more towers on the map as well to make sure I have all the ideas of what is he doing. And you can see I'm not getting gold at all. I'm just letting my pilgrims to go to the sacred side. Getting some vision on his villagers, trying to do damage or snipe his villagers. I'm doing so much aggression. Look at that idle time. Insane amount of idle time that I'm causing right now. I still have my spearman and my archer. I'm doing some damage. Now focusing down his archers. And killing 3 villagers so far. At the same time, because I got so much gold, I even put a few extra villagers to gold. And I'm gathering the resources, and I'm running out of the resources here, but that's fine. I can even build a few farms, or send them to berries, or send them to more deer or boar on the map. I'm going up with the Angvin Empire, and honestly with you, I love it. If you ask me to pick between Genoa or the Angvin Empire, I would absolutely pick this one all the time. Because you are thinking, well, but Genoa gives you 30% extra gold for the pilgrims. Yeah, but for that you need pilgrims. In the first 15-20 minutes you're not gonna have pilgrims, so there is no point of getting that. And the only unit you get from the Genoa is the Genoese crossbow, which is insanely expensive. You have no money to make Genoese crossbows when you age up, but you're gonna have money to make heavy spearmen because how cheap they are. Look at that bad boy. Mwah! Amazing. 80 food and 30 gold, which makes cheaper than a Menador. And also, the nightmare of archers, right? When archers sees a heavy spearman, they are like, oh, but we are supposed to counter the spearman. Why we are not countering the spearman anymore? Well, my friend, the reason behind it, it's very, very simple. Because these are heavy spearmen. They are not normal spearmen. They are heavy infantry. Well, anyway, I even did a little bit of tower rush on my opponent. As you can see, I'm building an outpost here. Upgrading it as well. Another outpost here with the Springer emplacement. And he will try to torch it down while my units are here and they are getting armored as well. Like, I have +1 range damage and +1 range damage, which is amazing. And he is trying to torch down this little tower. Now I'm pulling my units. All spearmen, all archer, everything, pulling in. I put out the villager from the tower, trying to repair it. Tower goes up! It's the red tower of death! And now focusing his villager with my archer. I'm not even focusing his archer. I'm actually focusing his villager to do as much economical damage as much possible. Look at that. I'm just focusing those villagers now. And also fighting here with my Templar brother. I have some Templar brothers here as well. Killing off his units, and GG gets cold. Let's jump to the next game, where I'm going to talk about me versus Gildardi on Dry Arabia. It's gonna be really fun to see as well, because again, I did play with the Hospitales, but how the game looked like or played out, that's the craziest part that we need to talk about, because again, this is the Hospitaler style, which I think the best style on land maps with Katie. And as we see, Katie doesn't have a popularity or a good win rate on land maps. But how about I found out this style, which is insanely strong, and I recommend all Katie players to play, abuse, be aggressive, chew on your opponents if you are playing with the Katie. So I'm doing the same thing with the villagers, just like I did on the last game, the 7 for 2 total villager, and then aging up with the Knight Hospitaler. I will start with the barrack first after I research the safe passage and an archer range. But here's the turn. My opponent, look at that, I send the villagers to the deer just like I did on the last game as well. My opponent has Palace Guards in the Feudal Age, which is going to be a little bit hard for me, because we know Palace Guards are very fast. I think if it was like a normal marathon, I would have a better, you know, on my left foot, not right. But I'm gonna struggle a little bit against Palace Guard, but in the end, it's gonna be fine, because the Palace Guard has only 2 ranged armor. They have 3 melee armor, so they are kinda same melee armor as a marathon. But because they have only 2 ranged armor, it's much easier to counter them with ranged units. Which that's why I made even a second archer range, because I was so scared of him making a lot of Palace Guard. So I'm cooking up the range units, focusing down his Palace Guard, at the same time trying to counter his Pro Scout. Eventually he will get both of his deer camp back to his base, even stealing a few deer away from me, but it's still fine because I'm getting in my safe passage pilgrims to the sacred left to right non-stop. I even put a few Hospitaler Knight into my composition, because healing, and also they are men-at-arm as well. They have only 1 armor, but at least they have high melee damage. As you can see, Hospitaler Knight has 10 melee damage with 1.38 attack speed, compared to the Spearman 8 damage and 1.88 attack speed. So they are way much better as a DPS against the early Palace Guard than a Spearman, and their cost is 50 food and 60 gold. But of course, I'm still making archers, because that's my main unit against the Palace Guards. We're gonna have some fight, we're gonna some clash between each other. Not the most successful fights I ever had, but doing some damage, killing some scouts, so he can't Pro Scout. Focusing the Palace Guard down 1 by 1 with my archers, doing as much damage as possible. You can see the destroyer rising on both sides. He still have a crazy amount of Palace Guard. I was very scared at this point of his palace guards. And I was scared that what if I gonna run out of food or any kind of resources at home. But I still had a lot of wood, so I started to build some farms. And sent out some villagers to get the extra gold to make hospitalers. I was lucky enough to find a few of villager kills here. Because I just saw that he's building the towers. But at the same time, he's sending palace guard on my side to kill my 6th villager that's on the deer. Sadly, I didn't go the wheelbarrow yet. Because what you need to know, if you get the wheelbarrow for your village, so they have 1.94. But the palace guard is still faster with 1.38. If you get the wheelbarrow, you go up to 1.42. I'm 100% sure it's like 1.42 movement speed, which means you are faster than a palace guard. Sadly, I didn't go the wheelbarrow. I didn't thought this is gonna be insanely important, and I'm gonna lose my villagers because of that. I'm making units at home, and at the same time I'm pushing. So this is the big mistake that you should not. So this is what you should not do. I shouldn't have pushed in. What I should have done here is to stay at home a little bit, protect myself, and age up, just like the last game I showed you. But I went in, tried to kill a few villagers, which is like fine. I managed to kill a few villagers, but it would be much better if these units stay at home and protect my base instead of pushing into his base. Because the villager number is kind of same right now. I killed only 10, he killed 6. I don't think that 10 villager kill was good. Even though my villager number is low still compared to I killed 10. Because I researched double Pilgrim. Plus the age up loses some villager number away from you. So now I keep making units. I will try to age up as soon as possible. But I knew he will age up faster than me because he is playing with Zushi. And he has these insanely boosted villagers on the deer under the mill because of stupid Imperial official. Very nice, very lovely. I hate it. So he goes out with the Mount Lu Academy. I saw his army running around. And I got absolutely scared. I almost, not gonna lie, poo-pooed myself and I saw that he aged up, but it's fine because we have the Hospitaller Knights. And even though he has a Palace Guard, you will see how insanely strong the Hospitaller Knights when you... all you do is just stand ground. Okay, that's all you have to do. Stand ground with those Hospitaller Knights and let them bleed out the enemy. You will see very soon an insane game, insane fight between Palace Guard and Hospitaller Knights. So again, my opponent was mostly making Palace Guards, as you see. Hospitaller Knights are still good a unit because they are sort of Manaton. But look at this. These are still Feudal Hospitaller Knights. Just hold ground! Hold the Holy Land! Look at that. I just pressed stand ground. That's all I did. Look at this. Look at this. The upgrade didn't kick in yet. But look at that. Look at that. Upgrade kicked in. Now these are Castle Hospitaller. Look at this fight. Just look at the fight. I clean up all the Palace Guard. Look at that. All I did is hold ground to make sure the Hospitaller Knights will heal each other. Those Hospitaller Knights that are in fight. And the Hospitaller Knight has 170 HP compared to 155 HP. Way much more HP. Same armor as a Palace Guard, as you can see. And same attack speed as a Palace Guard. And same base damage. Same attack speed, same everything. So now I'm using the Hospitaller Knights to heal up a few of my very low HP villager. And mixing in some heavy spearmen, because I already knew he will make some knights to counter the Hospitaller Knight. Let's say the Hospitaller Manaton. Okay, that's better than saying Hospitaller Knight, because that's kind of weird. So it's some heavy spearmen to make sure he is not countering my Manatons. And I will aim to build keeps around the map. as soon as he's out of there, he had to go up to the Song Dynasty to transition into Granary Farms. So now he's up to Song Dynasty, but at the base, at home, I'm sending villagers to get their stone, because we are at the castle age where your goal as JT to build as many keeps as possible while trying to raid, trying to do some economical damage to your opponent. Just like here, killing some of his villagers. And you will see first keep goes here where I can, oh no, here, sorry. First keep goes here so I can protect the few berries, the stone, and the backbone of my wood line. You can see this keep was insanely good choice, because now I'm gonna take out the raiding force, and because of his raiding force, he's not gonna have that many units to protect his own base. Also, my villager doesn't have textile. It's the hospitaler age up. If you age up with the hospitaler age up, all your civilian units will receive extra HP. You can see from the 50 to 65, and your pilgrims will receive 22 HP. A little bit of more movement speed on the pilgrim as well, not just on the villager. Now, this is insanely good. I'm pushing into his base. I saw 1 or 2 Springle Tower, and I decided to touch them down, because you know Springle Towers are pain in the ass. He's coming with the horseman, but because I have heavy spearman, I can easily kill those horsemen. Heavy spearman does stuff plus 25 damage against cavalry units. So you can see I pressed stand ground, on the hospitaler Manathon, and now they are healing. Okay, cleaned up those units very nicely. Killed a bunch of crossbow off from here as well, while building keep on this large boat and building keep on the left so I can collect the boar. So the total keep amounts right now is 3, which means I get 3 extra pilgrims. He's trying to build a keep, but it's really nice because now I can just focus on my military units to snipe one by one off of his villagers, and he's going very low with the villager number. I snipe out 39 villagers, and I have killed he have killed 12 of mine, and I dropped a second piece. As soon as I saw that, because I'm really pointing my villagers to the wood, and I was gathering this, so I was like, listen, I have killed a crazy amount of villagers. Now I'm gonna drop a second TC myself as well, because he has to build a second TC of loot, because he lost a lot of villagers, so he has to remake those villagers. But I was like, okay, I'm instantly ahead. Let's put a second TC, grab my military units, and build a close fortress to his base. Collecting the relics as well. He has 2 relics, and I think I will have 3 relics. And it's very important to put the relic very close to your keeps, because then you can research. So as you can see, increase the gold generation of monasteries, sacrifices, and pilgrims by 20% within order of the fortress. Now let me tell you that I didn't go up with the journey, so I don't get the 30% extra gold. But instead of that, I have the treasure towers, which gives me 20% extra gold anyway. So I get a bastardly good, amazing, crazy, insane basing. I can't even tell you how crazy this unit is. Insanely good. Unit from the age up. They are very cheap, as I mentioned before, compared to a Genoese crossbow. They are 30 gold and just only 80 food. If you are asking what is the cost of the Genoese crossbow, it's 100 gold and 80 food, while a crossbow is only 80-40. So 60 more gold compared to a crossbow. It's not a unit that you can spam, right? How are you gonna spam Journey's crossbow? You can't. In the first 20 minutes of the game, you can't spam Journey's crossbow. So that's why it's so good that we have the heavy spearmen, because they are insanely cheap. So now I'm preparing a siege on his base while I'm spreading my wings, soonly enough building more keeps around the map. Getting my trebuchet is ready. He's trying to raid around the map as well with his horseman while I'm capturing the second sides. And he has a full grenade setup while I have a few villagers on farm. I'm still gathering the resources on the map. While I still receive a lot of gold from the pilgrims. I make mangonels as well, because don't forget, KT, if you are playing with KT, your siege is cheaper. 300 wood, 112 wood, 300 wood, 150 wood. So every siege you have are cheaper. So keep them spent. Building more fortress. And look at this. So what you need to know, if you have heavy spearmen, it's fine to fight here. But if you fight under a keep, so if your opponent decide to fight under your keep while you have heavy spearmen, the heavy spearman receives 20% extra HP and 20% extra damage when they are nearby of a fortress. But sadly I had to move out because I need to collect these relics away from him. But at the same time, he pushed a little bit too close, right? But now I have to move. I decided I need to move. The reason why I have to move is because the relic. I need to claim his relics. No, monk, no. Oh. I survived. Never mind. So I collected the relic away from him. Mangonel shots. Picked up the relic. Bringing home. And making those strong heavy spearmen with the crossbow. Also gonna send some Hospitaller Knight to destroy his trebuchet. You can see the Hospitaller raid. Even if he pulls the villagers like this to try to destroy my mangonels, I'm still doing so much damage to him. And now killing the villagers as well, right? The heavy spearman is just insane against cavalry. It's insane. 67 to 82 villager right now, and a good amount of keeps all around the map. And soon I can even age up. Another keep. Another keep! Coming up right now. And this is the style that you can play with Knights Templar, that I went up with the Hospitaller. So again, what was the reason for the age ups? I went up with the Hospitaller to make sure I have better economy, faster villager movement speed, faster pilgrim movement speed, more HP on the villagers. So it's a overall instantly good boost on your economy, but instantly good boost on your military, because every unit that can heal is healing 30% faster, because I got off with the Hospitaller Knight and every healing unit heals 30% faster. So both Monk and Hospitallers are healing faster. After that I went up with the Heavy Spearman, so that makes my fortresses insanely tanky, up to 6500 HP. A normal keep only has 5000 HP. But when I go up to the next stage, there are multiple options. Well, you can go up with the Slugta Cavalry. Slugta Cavalry is really good. So all the three age up is insanely good. With the Republic of Venice, so the reason why I love Republic of Venice, even though Resolution Legacy doesn't have gunpowder unit, only the Grenadier and the Bombard. The reason why I really love Republic of Venice is because of the market. Why people can't recognize how broken is that market? It says reduces the change in the base buy or sell price by goddamn 75% when trading resources at the market. 75%! That's insane. That's like having a golden gate forever. Building another keep, losing some mangonels, but doesn't matter because his military units are going down. Another keep up, I have 6 and he surrenders. This is the best way that you can play the KT with the fortress pushes and trebuchet behind those fortresses, and you have fortresses all around the map and more fortresses around your economy, and you getting fortress on the fortress and top of the fortress. I hope you enjoy, Katie. Good luck, have fun.